Hello everyone, I'm Hilary Chin. Thank you all so much for coming and watching this video. Today I'll be teaching you how to use PowerPoint presentation, okay? Microsoft PowerPoint. And of course, if you're a beginner, please, this video is for you. And you must learn this tool because it's very important for daily work. If you work for an organization, for an NGO, for a company, for an international or national organization, you will need these skills to use in order to navigate your daily work, okay? Whether you're meeting with funders, whether you're meeting with your manager, or whether you're meeting with your subordinates, you would need to learn how to create and design presentations. Whether you're a student, okay, you can name them. So please stay put. If this is your first time, please don't panic. Just stay calm and let me walk you through. Let's jump in.
Hello everyone, today I want to teach you how to use PowerPoint. Before you use PowerPoint, always remember to do a planning of your presentation like what I've done here. You see, so here my presentation is simple. I'm just looking at section 1 data science, why data science, and you have the reasons for data science. Section 2 web development, why web development, and you have the reasons, and so on and so forth. And then here I'm looking at a table where you have data science, you have the first use, the second use, you have web development, the first use, second use. So I'm still taking this information from here and bringing them up here, okay? I just want you to have a different glimpse of our slides. Let's go and begin. So now I'm going to launch my PowerPoint, and here it is. This is how it looks. This is Microsoft 365. If you want your own, please contact us. So here I can start my slide by Copilot. Is the AI version, is the AI on this tool, but I'm not going to use AI. I'll just use slides. So here you have different kinds of slide. The first one you have just title slide. The second one you have title and content. This one you have section header. You have title only. You have component, comparison, which I'm going to be using again. You have two content. You have blank. You have content with caption. Then you have picture with caption. Okay. So what I'm going to do here is simple. Here I'm going to go to slide, title slide, and I click. This title slide here, I want to write new Semotech. So here you can put the title of your organization, okay? And I'll say this is presented by Hilary Chin. So here is just a way for you to just introduce yourself. You see, so there's always a text box given to you. You see, when it turns like this, you can adjust it, and when it turns to that four small black arrow, you can move the text up and down, okay? And also here I would always love to make this smaller and then bring it by this end here, okay? This is very, very important. So this is it here, New Semotech presented by Hilary Chin. And then now when I want to go and take the next slide, I can right click and then I take the next slide. You see, it automatically brings me the next slide. I can still right click and I delete this slide, okay? But now I want to go up here. The next slide I want to bring is, let me check my presentation and see how it looks. So the next slide that I want to bring, I want to bring a slide that will give me the header and then the information and then the section. Perfect. So I'll just come here now. I'll choose a slide. This slide title and content is okay for me. Perfect. So I'll just come here now. I'll select, you see, I'll select the data science and I'll bring it here and I'll just paste it up here. You see, that's the title of that information, and then I'll just fix this. I'm doing all this so you see how this is done. And then here I'm just adjusting things. This is a text box, and then here now you should know that if I want to bring in a picture, I can click here. If I want to bring it a smart graphic, I can click here. If I want to bring it a cameo, I can click here, which I'll show you later on. If I want to insert a video on this, I'll bring it here through here. If I need to insert a table, I'll bring it here. If I want to insert a chart, I'll bring it here, okay? So you should know why all these are put here. Now I'll go back again into my space here. I just copy all this information, Control C, and then I come here and I paste it in here, Control V. So these are my information. So here I can begin to adjust this in different ways that I want. I can just select all this. I can just select all this, you see, and you find this small icon appearing here, and I want to get blue. You see, I want to get blue, and also I want to make it a little bit bigger, and then also I want to bring it like this. I can still come up here and do the same. You see, I can still come up here and do the same. I can change these signs from this, or I can go as far as this, okay, depending on what you want to put on your slides. I can go here and take the Roman numerals, or I can just go and take my 1, 2, 3, okay. And this is important. I can also decide to make the paragraphs bigger, okay. So this is just how it is. So now let's go to the next. Now that I have brought this here, I'll just turn this my mouse like this, and then I shift the whole of this box, okay. And then here we go. Now the next thing I want to do here is simple. I still want to come to select new slide, and when I come here, I want to do some comparison, okay. Now I'll take comparison and I'll click. This is what happens to me now. Here now I want to do comparison between hardware and software. So I'll just come here and I go down here. I have the hardware, so I'll come here and I choose the hardware, okay. I'll copy, bring it here, and then I paste. That is hardware. And then I'll also come here, copy all the information for hardware, or a few, Control C, and I come here and I paste them here. Perfect, you see. And then I'll go back again. I check the hardware. I wrote hardware up here. This is no software, sorry, this is software. Why software? And I copy and I come here and I click on this other comparison space here, and I click. You see, that's it there. I also come here, get the information for software, and then Control C, and then I come here and I paste it inside here, Control V. Now I'm able to compare hardware and software. And then up here you might be asking, what is the title? I'll come again here, look at the title we put there, and I'll say software and hardware engineer. So up here I'll put software and hardware engineer. So I'm trying to be creative now with my presentation, okay. I'll just choose this, software and hardware, okay, and then Control V. Okay, that's it. So here you see how you can do your presentation very smooth. So I'd like to bring this in the middle. You see, I'll turn my mouse to be like that, and then I bring it here, and then here now I just, you see, so they have already provided everything for you. So alongside this, you can be talking about these different items. So to make our presentation more consistent, we'll just give this another blue color, okay. And this is it, guys. Next one I'll do here is to check again, go down below again, and then I still want to select this option up here, title and content. I'll select this. Now what I want to do here now, I want to bring tables in. So here now I want to bring tables in, and it's very easy, guys. I'll go back up here. It's very easy, everyone. So I'll go back up here, I'll go here, and then I'll check my table. I'll count 1, 2, 3 columns, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 rows. 1, 2, 3 columns, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 rows. Okay, so I'll go back to my presentation. I will now insert tables, and then we have 5 columns, no, 3 columns. So I'll come here and choose 3, sorry, 3, 1, 2, 3, you see, and then I'll come here and choose 5. Many times what I do is I'll choose more than that because I might want to use the next rule. Okay, so we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 rows. Okay, so let's choose 6 rows for the purpose of this video, sorry. So you come and change from here and you click OK. So now we have this up here. Okay, so this is very powerful. We'll still keep our text box there. We might use that as we move ahead. So now I'll simply be coming here and just collect data science and then come and paste here. You see? So just give me some time, let me do all the work, and then I come back and we continue. Alright everyone, so this is how our presentation looks. So I can come here now and I also change this to blue. Oh, it's not nice. I don't think that is okay. Right, and then we put it, make it thicker, or we can change this up here, you see, to italic. And then here we can go back to transition. So there are many tabs up here. You have animation, slideshows, records, preview, view, help, and all that. So we can go to transitions and see. So the transitions here just shows you how you want your slide to behave. So if I come here and I choose this option, you see, it means when my slide is coming on, it will make that, it will behave like that. You see, so you see, it means this is how you behave. You see, just by applying a click split, you see, so it comes that star. You see, so for instance, if I choose this option, right, and then I come to my first slide, for instance, and then let's say I come up under here and I go to, there's a small arrow that you have around your, you see guys, you see, so that's it. And here there is something I want to show you right under here. This is where you call the slideshow, where if you click and it brings your slide in the front of the screen and you can effortlessly do what you have to do with it. So if you look at, I have applied that transition just on this slide. That is why you have this star. So I can come here also and apply the same transition and apply something else. It shows me this star, play animations. I come here again and I apply. Now you might be asking, I can still press Ctrl C and I select multiple slides. Okay, and I select multiple slides and apply a particular transition. Okay, like this one. Let me apply this one and I see. Let me apply this one and I see. And then now that we have applied transition in all our slides, let's come here and we click that button, and then I just click the first button, you see, and I click the first. There's a small arrow by the right of your machine, that end there are some arrows that goes north, south, east, west. So I'm clicking the one that goes by my right and the one that goes by my left. I'm using those statements for you to understand. So once I click that, you see, it takes me to the next slide. It takes me to the next slide, you see. It takes me to the next slide, you see. It has that kind of animation, okay, that kind of animation that brings the next slide. You see, this is the first slide, we go to the next, and maybe if I'm presenting, it finishes, and then I click again, it takes me again to the next slide in this manner, because this is what I chose, right? And then here also there is something called design. So if I come here and I click, I can just come up here and I start clicking every design that I want. Okay, from here I can preview to see how it will look. Okay, this dark design, wow, this dark design is so amazing. I love it. You see, wow, this is it. You see, so this dark design is so good. And remember that we had put animations, and then it just keeps increasing. You see, it just keep, it just keep improving. After putting my animations, now I have put my designs. You just keep making your slicer or your presentation just the way you want it. Okay, and this is something I want us to look at. Now there is something I want to do here last. I don't want this video to be too long. Let's go to records. Wow, recording here is very powerful, guys. You will see what I'm going to do here with this recording and you'll be amazed. So right here, I want to explain this slide and send to somebody. I want to record and explain and send to somebody. So I want to start explain this slide from the current slide. So I'm going to choose this option. Okay, and here we are. But before I explain these slides, I want to go back to edit. So if I click here, I'll go back to my original slide. Now I want to choose something that's a cameo. Cameo here is to put cameras. Okay, these are my cameras. You see, it is showing that my camera is not there. What is happening on my camera? Okay, let me come here and see cameo. Okay everyone, you see that now I can present my slide, and you can see my videos. I use the Vimeo to paste all these videos on my slide. Now I'm doing recording using Microsoft PowerPoint, okay, and this is just amazing. So now I can explain and present what I want to present, and everyone can see me while I'm presenting, and they can also see me while I record and send to them. So now we are looking at why data science: to inform decision making, secondly to solve problem, to do performance management, and also to predict analysis, okay, optimization and improvement. So this is how you can present. I can go to the next slide, and the next slide, what I have there is why software engineer, why hardware. Okay, why hardware? Because we use it with hardware engineers, they design and develop, okay, those who build computers, etc. Those are hardware engineers. Those who build spare parts of motor vehicles. But now we are talking about technology. Well, that is still technology somehow, okay. Testing and validation, you know, these are the different. If you see our slide, the next slide comes on, and there we have data science. On that we have the first use to inform decision making, the second use to solve problems. We have web development. They are there to design and build websites, okay. They are there to write and testing the codes, you know, and that's how we do it. So this is just a tips of what Microsoft is doing, and this is very important. If you want your own Microsoft 365, please get to us. We'll guide you through to legally buy a good version online.